Mm-hmm. It's about that time for another TNL episode, and this one is going to be something pretty unique. Tonight we are checking out Bite the Bullet from our friends at Mega Cat Studios. And I never know what to expect with some of these new retro style games, but often we're pleasantly surprised, and so far that is the case with this. This has got some neat stuff going on. We're already joined by Jared Schultz and Nostalgia. Welcome both of you to this special episode of TNL. I want to thank Mega Cat Studios for giving us the opportunity to take a look at this game tonight. They may be joining us later on here in the presentation for some Q&A. As this game, I believe, is going to be a third quarter release for this year. Is going to be available, of course, on Steam, which we're playing it on right now, Xbox One, and hopefully we're going to see it on Switch and PS4 as well. But this has got some pretty cool stuff going on, because at its core, you got a Contra thing going on, but you got a roguelike thing going on, which I love. And you got skill trees, and it's funny. You look at what the retro scene does now from the top down, looking at what we've learned from vintage stuff, and it's like, okay, well, what if we had a game that did this, but we put all this in it? Well, that's what you're getting here. This is how this happens. We've got skill trees, we've got genetic enhancements, and we've got heroes that can devour their prey, that can get larger if they consume too much fat and not enough protein, and vomit all over everybody. Steve Lopez has joined us. What's going on as we're playing Bite the Bullet from our friends at Mega Cat Studios. Let's get started on this. I mean, right now we're already going crazy here with a cow that has threatened me with an eating contest. Now, I'm no stranger to eating contests. I've done them. I was almost a finalist in the King of Wings at the Buffalo's Bar and Grill down here. That was 2009, I think it was. I ate 80 hot wings in 45 minutes, and they were good. Oh, she threw up. Yes, she doesn't like these. And it's probably because they're made out of metal. See, there's two ways you can go on the skill tree. You've got, you can be a carnivore, or you can go vegan and try to live off the plants. You got all kinds of meat you can eat besides just the enemies that you stun. But you've also got a series of hilarious looking vegetables that may or may not at any given time resemble Pokemon that we all know and love. So that is just hilarious. Oh, I didn't know there were two of them. I'm trying to eat 22 of these things in a time period here, and if this cow has anything to say about it. Fits with meat archetypes. There's a lot to learn here, and that's great, because in a shooter platformer style game, typically there would not be. So there's a lot that this game offers, not only in skill trees, not only in just the gameplay itself, but in crafting and items and power-ups and just all that stuff. And we haven't even got into that yet. And we will. Maybe tonight. Oh, I didn't mean to blow them up. I'm just trying to stun them so we can eat them. I think this gun hits them too hard. It definitely hits those guys too hard. I've got one other gun that I looted here, and what's cool is, there's different levels of loot, and there's different, different stats on some of the same kinds of guns. So you might get the same gun again, but it'd have a different perk to it, that kind of thing. We're joined by Jeff Bailey. Welcome, JB, to Tuesday Night Live, or actually Thursday night now. That night just seems to work out better all of a sudden. I don't know why. And Mega Cat Studios has joined us, the publisher of this game. So at this time, I would like to remind you that this is one of those kind of streams. When you've got a developer representative in the stream, feel free to direct any Q&A you've got. We love to talk about these things, and they're hoping you're going to like it as much as I'm liking it so far, and I think you will, because again, this is right in the wheelhouse of most of you that watch this show. I mean, we talk about the term retro and how sometimes it gets used the wrong way. Sometimes we mean vintage when we say retro. Well, this is truthfully retro. This is something new made in the style of something classic. But the overhaul, the systems that this game has within itself, it's pretty intricate. So, I've reviewed some games that are like, oh, well, that's pretty cool. And then there's something like this. It's like, man, this has got depth to it that it doesn't even have to have. But you're so glad that it does. So, I don't know. Are we going to eat enough ghouls here to shut this cow up? Only you will know. We will know soon. If I don't pay attention here, I'm not going to. Give those shoulder buttons a... Yeah, see, that's the thing, is we've got these air dashes that we can do. And maybe that's what I should be doing to stun these guys. But my little gun has worked pretty good, too. And there's 2 different types of control sets you can set on for this. And this is what they refer to as the noob setting. Although it doesn't feel noob, it just kind of feels right. Oh, come on. Eat, eat, eat. Eat, eat, eat. Yeah, she's got a punch attack that she can do, and she can lunge in the air, which gets you over, you know, obstacles and whatnot. You know, I'm just getting my feet wet in this here, but man, I like the temperature of the water, if you get what I'm saying. Ah, there we go. Eat him up. She doesn't like it, but she's got to eat him. One more. We got to beat the cow's record. Yeah, come on. You're it. You're number 22. Kane Deathbreaker is in the house. Ladies and gentlemen, KDB. Look at the amount of bloodshed we've got going on here. So, you know, again, looking back to yesteryear, imagine if a game like this had come out back then. It would be known today as one of the greatest things of all time. Because one thing you couldn't really get away with back then was excessive amounts of bloodshed. And this deals it out in droves to a point of almost being comical. So that makes my heart happy, and I think it'll make yours too. I like what I'm seeing here, man. And this is one of those games where it's like, oh man, you know, great, I can get it digitally, but you know I want a collector's edition of it with action figures and whatever else that it comes with, because it's one of those kinds of games. And you know, for me to buy in at that level on something, I've got to like it this much. And again, so far we got a great thing going here. Now what I'm really interested in as we get further along, and you know we're about to, because God knows we've reached our goal, so I think the cow's going to be happy with what we did, or satisfied that we beat her, is more loot in the crafting, which we're going to get into. You know, you got a wheel here, as you can see. I've only got 2 guns on it, and I'm going to switch to my big one now that we can just obliterate everything. But again, it takes that whole Defiance Borderlands approach to, you know, it looks like we've got rares, maybe super rares. You've got different types of the same kind of gun with different perks attached to each one. So that's interesting. Gen X Grown Up says, I am picking up subtle notes of Metal Slug. Definitely. It's definitely a Metal Sluggish looking character. A lot of platforming goes on here. A lot of things you got to hit just right. And there's buckets of mayonnaise, which I don't hate, because I'm one of the people that really enjoys mayonnaise. The only one in my household, as a matter of fact. You get some funny dialogue going on with some of the characters. Right now we got to go talk to this cow, because I'm sure the cow knows what's up after we just did that little side quest. Talk about triumphantly sourced meat. Alright, well that's done. So let's see what else we have to do. I'm sure somebody's got a gig for us. Yeah, that was just kind of like a side mission there, but normally you'd have more of an area to explore, and we'll see that probably in the next mission that we go on. And again, when you're talking about a game that's got rogue-type elements in it, but a game that plays like a frickin' game of Contra, how can you really lose there? Let's see if she has anything else to say. I love the item compendiums, because you're going to forget what some of this stuff does. Again, we have some very comical looking vegetable type things that you can eat that may or may not resemble Pokemon. Let's get into it. I want to shoot some things, and I actually want some more loot. Now, I don't know if finishing that opened up another level, because you come back through the teleportation room, it's still just got that one level open. But nothing's stopping us from going there, so let's just do it. Roruba. So you can check out the stats of the weapon before you get it. And you actually have to pay attention to what you're eating. Imagine if Pac-Man had to do that. You know, you don't want to take in too much fat. You want to make sure you're getting the right amount of protein. From the way I see, from what I'm looking at, the characters can end up comically overweight and not able to do the thing anymore. So they also can mutate depending on what you eat and kind of get a whole Blanca thing going on for a minute, which I don't hate. Increased jump height. I think she ate a turd there and she didn't like it. And who would? I mean, with the right amount of seasoning, and maybe in an air fryer it would be okay. Smugberries. Ashcan has joined us. Welcome, Ash. We are playing Bite the Bullet, courtesy of Mega Cat Studios. And I will ask the question, just to make sure I'm reading it right, that this is a Q3 release, this game coming out on, at the very least, we know Steam and Xbox One. I'd like to know what other platforms this will be on. I would hope Switch and PS4 would see it too. Manny's in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Gamers Manuel has joined us on this fantastic episode of TNL. Again, we are playing Bite the Bullet. And there's some little hints and stuff as you go here. This is kind of a tutorial level, but I'm going to play through it since I've got y'all here. A protein shake. I mean, back in the day, you would have a game, right? And you would hope that that game had power-ups. And you would hope that maybe that game had a shop where you could buy things, or maybe do some customization. Alright, so I want to equip this. It's got a higher primary damage than what I've got. Not by much, but just the fact that you're looting and shooting. I don't care where you are or how you do that. It's almost fun every time. Or it's fun almost every time. Let me rephrase that, because the way I said it, it would suggest that it's not quite fun, but it's close to it every time. When indeed what I mean is it is fun every time. So great. And again, the bloodshed is hilarious. Can you imagine if like Rambo or something had this going on back in the 8-bit era? You still liked those games, but now you look at what we can do. When you sat around back then, oh man, wouldn't it be great if the game did this? But it's never going to do that, right? But yeah, I mean, you get developers like this that put out new games, and that's them. They were, I'm sure they were around back then too, thinking those same things. What if the game did this? And this game does it. It's got a lot of enhancements. And it looks good. I mean, and I want you to pay attention to how much detail we've got going on here. And by that what I mean is look at the room lighting up when I'm shooting. It's actually got a flash on the weapon that's lighting up the environment there. Again, just little details on like a retro genre that doesn't even really have to have it, but it does. So, for that we thank you. I mean, it's just great. I don't want to overhype it. I just like what I see. Look, she just blew out that light. A family-sized shroom stick. So it's got 50% increased max ammo, but it's a little less damage. But I mean, that's the trade-off, right? We want that because we want more ammo. And, you know, just to lose 1 point of damage, that's a fair trade-off. So you've got two different archetypes because you got two different splits in the genetics there as you develop the character. So that's going to put a spin, from what I can tell, on what you do and do not want to eat. You were welcome for me giving it a test. As soon as I got a look at this, it looked like something I would be into. And that's the thing about a game like this. It should be something anybody would be into. You get into some kind of wackadoo puzzle games and stuff like that, and you're like, well, this may not be for everybody, but it's cool. But something like this is, as you would say it, a tune we can all dance to. So nobody doesn't like Contra in here, I guarantee you. Oh God, I didn't mean to fall in there. I'm sitting here looking at the chat and I'm bumping my head. All right, come on back in. Multi-directional aiming, so that feels good. Again, we're playing this on Steam, and I'm doing this with a wired Xbox One controller. Definitely playable. Long day at work, Manny says. It was a long day for a lot of reasons today. Nice to be able to kick back and do something here. Now look at this Ninja Gaiden, though. Ninja Gaiden in this, though, coming off the walls like it ain't nothing. And see, you gotta do your little, yeah, your little fist bump jump there. And you can get anywhere you need to get in this. You just got to think about it before you do it. Alright, so that's not an upgrade, so we don't want that. We do want to kill this guy, though. Yeah, it won't always be an upgrade. Moraga! Blood, just look at it oozing down the wall. That's it. Waribba! Death from above. I'm coming in there for you. Like that. And now I'm going to eat you. This looks awesome, Nostalgia. It really does. I mean, a lot of detail. Again, where there doesn't even have to be any. I see games that are made that are retro that, you know, they could have more detail, but they don't necessarily have to, you know, because you're going for a look of simplicity, because you're going for that look of yesteryear. But here we meld that flawlessly with a lot of elements. So you've got a game that creates a certain amount of replay value for you because of all the different ways you can branch that skill tree. Plus you've got 2 playable characters, so that's what's up. We need to figure out where we're going here. Eat him. I don't remember that piece of steak following me around last time. But for anybody that's worried about that point of reference, there is a steak following me around. Got some Ninja Gaiden Metal Slug when you were running across the train. Got a bad dudes. And you got to think, okay, could they have been influenced by those things? We hope, because you know that's where the good stuff comes from. I found another little Easter egg I'll share with you in a minute when we go back to that room and look at it. And I'm gonna see if anybody can answer it before I tell you what it is. Because that's fun. Alright, I'm eating mutant tomatoes and she's throwing up. And that may be because I'm not I went the meat route. I don't think she likes vegetables anymore. I can relate. I'm not fond of them. My wife always tells me I'm going to kick off way before her because I don't eat my vegetables. And she's probably right. I just noticed on this level that the lights go out when you hit them like that. And that's, again, there's that detail, man. It's just that extra little level of polish that you didn't know you needed. Okay, so meat, good. Tomatoes, bad. So yeah, here is a piece of asparagus smoking a spliff. We probably don't want to eat that. We want the Big Mac, not the McSalad Shaker. Retro Complex is here. Welcome, Retro. Get the protein shake. Don't fall in there. No, 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 no. Boy, I'm not having luck staying out of the dadgum toxic mess tonight. Ooh, I haven't seen this screen yet. I actually hadn't died yet. I was starting to wonder. Let's load the last checkpoint, wherever that would be. Let's finish. Yeah, okay, there we go. Because we can finish this. Potato is the best vegetable, isn't it though? Whoop up! Whoop up! Boy, she'll stick on them walls, won't she? Whoop up! Whoop up! Oh my god, look at all this, but I don't think she wants to eat any of that. Sublimes. Devil Puppet says, did they fix the camera at last? I'm not sure what that means. Oh my god, the blood getting all over the spikes. Perhaps you saw that this had some camera angle issues. I'm not sure what you mean by that. But Mega Cat Studios is in the chat, so any questions that you have about the game, feel free to direct them now, because that's the fun part about these little Q&A jams that we do. It's kind of neat to get in the heads of the people that are behind these things and get an idea on the influence behind it, and to know what's next. Because again, I want to know that, you know, if this is going to be in the eShop, I think that's a great thing for any game like this to do or to be. And will we see it on PS4? I'm going to teleport to a bonus area. I haven't had any issues with the cameras yet. Now, I haven't done that many levels so far, but so far, good looking out. Get her to double jump and get up there. There you go. That is... exerts a gravitational force on nearby enemies when firing. You know what? We'll try it. Just because. I feel like there's more in here. Maybe not. And out we go. Oh, it does too. Look at that. It's got its own little thing going. You know, that takes time to put all that together. A diverse weapons catalog. Can't hate that. Boop. So what does this one do? And what is... I don't remember seeing this. Oh, she throws up on the scale, and then what happens? Okay, so here we go. I guess this takes us to this. This is an opportunity to do this in round. Transmitting Code has joined us. Welcome, TC. So here is where you can genetically alter yourself, right? And I've picked this way. I'm a goravore, so I like that meat. Because of course we do. So let's branch out a little further. Gristle and all meat provides 4% more fat. Then we go out here. Meat provides 4% more protein. I don't hate the sound of that. No, I don't want to exit. Must have hit the wrong button. No. B keeps wanting to exit, but it says B to confirm. Okay, no, this one wasn't unlocked yet. I'm sorry. Gotcha. Now we got some blood flow. Yeah, we need to unlock some stuff. Yeah, this is neat, man. It's got some really neat mechanics to it, and I haven't even begun to scratch the surface as far as what all it'll do. But let's keep scratching. This looks scary. The berserk way to bathe. After killing enemies, you roll around in their blood and put gore on yourself to strike fear into their friends, weakening their combat powers. This fear effect has a 10% chance of success. Add the blood and gore. Okay. That's a big one. But we know we don't hate that. Fear makes the meat taste better. Because of course it does. Hit me a few more times on that, why don't you? 15% extra damage against afraid enemies. Well, she's going to be a machine after this. A machine, I tell you. My goodness. Ooh. And bone. So we ranked up a lot of SP. So, I mean, you've got this whole grind aspect to it, too. And I think we're good. It does. It absolutely does. All right, so back to it. We now will be commandeering a monster markedly changed. That special specimen can't be far. I agree. It can't be. Well, that was different. She ate a machine gun turret and barfed. Because of course you would. assault rifle. That's great. Mission complete. Scream bloody gore. Did we go down here? I don't remember going down here, but we're going down here. Because the mission's complete. I mean, we can return to base, but don't we need to look around a little bit more? No, that's the same thing as what we got. Captain Retro has joined us. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Captain Retro to this edition of TNL. We're playing Bite the Bullet from our friends at Mega Cat Studios. Eating rotting food can be bad for your health, but it can be used to craft new weapons if you have enough nutrients. Yeah, I knew there would be an advantage to it. A Bulbasaur. Blech. Or excuse me, a Dino Bulb. Huh. Alright, let's try it. Let's sample the entire weapons buffet here. Oh no, that's not an upgrade there. Okay, now these people look like they mean business. Waruba! Blasting it. Guts everywhere. And this is another place to teleport to, so we're gonna do it. I think when the mission was complete last time I just bailed on this, but there was obviously more to do. I don't remember this part, so you know, leave no stone unturned. And you know, imagine if Contra had an exploration aspect to it and leveling. Insane grinding and leveling. Nope. I think I just equipped it. Oh well. You don't shoot through the platforms either. It's cognizant of its surroundings, the game is. So some games you could just shoot all over and it wouldn't do that, but again, lots of detail. We like that. It's a beautiful thing. Oh my goodness. Okay, I believe that's the coveted bucket of mayo that we've been looking for. And I need to eat because I am taking some hits. Oh, come on. That's brutal. A syringe. Eat it anyway. Alright, select a gun to modify. Apparently we've got what we need to do that. Let's modify our main weapon here. And I love re-rolling mods, because, I mean, that's the thing from Defiance I always got into, is the rolling. You never know what you're going to get. So we can do that. Or we can add a random mod, I guess. No, it's just telling me to re-roll. Maybe that's my only option. Okay. Increases nutritional intake on an enemy kill by 100%. Oh, that's fun. I don't know. We're going to stick with what we got just so we can see what it did. Oh, but look at this. Now, I'm assuming when you see a yellow, you've got a rare. So I think we just take that instantly. Rockets. That's something else right there. And now looks great. Well, yeah, I hear you. Oh, we're back out of there now. I got you. Wait a minute. This looks familiar. Ooh, she doesn't want to eat any of this though. An oddish. So we got a Contravania here. Yeah, you could say that. You could say that. This is one of those games where all those fun little buzzwords will apply. Metroidvania, Contravania, roguelite. It can check all the boxes because it just can. Alright, we can blow the... I know we didn't go here now. I mean, the mission's complete here. In other words, I could leave this, but we've got the roguelite map going on up top, so... Now we're going to go all Blanca on you. She's not doing it. We probably don't have what we need to do it. There's something you got to build up before you can turn into the Blanca mode. Again, we're learning. For a game of this type, there's a lot to it, so... Again, if a game like this came out in 1987, it would have blown our domes clear off our heads. Respawn. Nope, that's not a better option. Serious Ninja Gaiden wall hanging going on. Oh, look at her. Ooh. She ain't playing. Working day in, day out for the paying. The Woodbury and Retro Game Hunter is here. Welcome, Wood. I think the Woodburyans making a triumphant return to pickups videos. I was glad to see that. A little quick story posted from him the other day. Game over. Oh, let's return to HQ. Let's see what else we got going on. So we haven't done all of these things. And maybe we have to before we move on to the next stage. Maybe we have to satisfy all that. That's probably what's going on. Oh, I don't want to talk to this guy again. He's going to say the same thing. Alright, let's go back to the crafting room over here and see what's going on. Alright, so there is an Easter egg in this room that got me. And it's this big purple guy. What does he remind you of? What game does he instantly take you to of Sega Genesis fame? I feel like the Jeopardy music should kick on right now. Well, yeah, take a look at this guy. What does he remind you of? Right now, he's just got a top hat on and he's farting, but... I'll give you a minute. I'm not really able to do any upgrades right now. I feel like that's maybe part of the game that's not unlocked yet and that we will get to. Anyway, the purple thing. Right out of Alien Storm, I swear. Those things crawling around on the ground and you end up shooting down at them. That's him. That's the Alien Storm alien. So a welcome little Easter egg there. I'm glad he's here. He warms my heart. Now we already did the cow, but the cow's still here. Do we talk to his friend? No. And I don't think there's anything to do in here, so I think it's just a matter of getting the objectives satisfied. Oh my goodness. Interesting. So I'm not sure what we do with these competitive eaters, but they are here. I have pre-ordered the collector's edition. I would like to take a look at what comes in that. Maybe you can tell us what all you're getting in it. But the Mega Cat Studios website is linked in the description of this video for those of you that want to go check out what else they've got going on. So that's what's up. I guess we've just got to go back in. But no, I don't think we do, though. Okay, because now this is all reset. So this obviously isn't it. Complete the level in 10 minutes. Kill 10 enemies within 30 seconds. Kill 3 enemies with 1 grenade. I mean, we did a couple of those things. We just didn't do all of them. But, yeah. Well, if we got to go back into the fray, we'll go back into the fray. We'll take it. Okay, we get it. She does not like plants. So, we'll keep her on the meat train. I mean, you think she'd at least want a side salad or something every once in a while, but she just doesn't. So, Mega Cat, if you're still in the chat, what are we looking at as far as getting to the next stage? What have we not satisfied? I feel like there's a certain amount of grinding we haven't done yet. Hit the mat. An oddish. We don't eat no oddishes. What up? Oh, that was too... that was too high before I did that. Completely missed them. Oh, we got 2 options here. No. I think I like the one we're working with currently. Eat him up. Yeah, if you're in here watching this, or later on if you're watching the recap, make sure that you drop a like on this, and if you have not already done so, that you will subscribe to the Emceemur Show and be a part of Mur-Nation on the fantastic things we do right on the show. You need to be a part of it. Make sure that you smack that notification bell. You're always the first to know when new content goes live. All the things that we usually tell you to do right here. And again, the link to Mega Cat's website is in the description of this video if you want to find out how to get this and other fantastic products they may have to offer you there. Because, I mean, after seeing this, I'd like to see their take on other things, too. You know what the graphics really remind me of is straight off like an old Amiga or something like that. Like a really polished old home computer game. Those kind of graphics. And those always outdid the home console graphics just by a little bit, and sometimes by a lot. My Atari ST, by and large, looked better than anything Nintendo ever put out, well into some of the Super Nintendo era, so yeah, I said it. She's hurting for a certain. Yeah, it says that he's holding, so you know he's got a weapon. That was a damage upgrade, so we'll take that. And boy, you could feel it. She does not like eating her veggies, but right now, beggars can't be choosers. She needs some food. Oh, I didn't mean to kill him. I was going to eat him. Forgot we got a shield there. Whoa! What's the red ghost following you? That's a good question. He's actually a stake. And I don't know why he's following me. And I just fell into the water again. Straight boobing it over here. She doesn't like eating the robots, so we'll spare her that horror. Oh, right onto the dadgum thing. I'm not even sure I understand why the mission is complete. What did I do? I mean, we're clearly not done. But I'm not sure how you get to additional stages of this game. And if there's still more here to do, then great. We'll definitely do it. I feel like I'm missing something. The blood spray is just the most. Ugh. Chowing down. A banana. A lawful good banana. Ugh. Oh, come on. No, you didn't do that, did you? There you go. Protein. Protein, baby. Protein. There we go. Well done in-flight meal shroom stick. We'll take it. It does not have the range, but it does the damage. The ghost you're referring to is the companion for that character class. Well, it only makes sense that she would be followed by a hunk of steak. I wouldn't have it any other way. So again, Mega Cat, how do we get to the next area or the next stage? What am I missing on that? Have I just not grinded enough here? Because it seems like everybody in the character area is saying the same thing. So I feel like there's something I've missed. You know, she's moving even when she's standing still. It's just very animated. A lot of detail. She doesn't want a banana. She's going to have to eat one anyway. Well, I mean, you know what companions do, right? I mean, you have a big piece of steak following you, like any other red-blooded hero. No, I'm not sure what he does, but he's there. And honestly, okay, now this is new. Alien Storm aliens. Jars of mayonnaise. Oh, look how fat she got eating the mayonnaise. Oh, God, she's sweaty. She's so big and sweaty. If she took a dump, it might not even fall all the way out. That's what happens when you eat 3 Members Mark sized tubs of mayonnaise. Oh, she's sweating. Sweating to the oldies like Richard Simmons over here. That's the first time I've seen her do that. As far as progressing through the level, that is a teleporter you're going into right now. Teleporters will drive you to power-up rooms and progress you in different segments of each level. Okay. So we just haven't done enough in this level. Because when it says mission complete, you're like, okay, I'm done. But you're definitely not. You've got mayonnaise to eat, robots to blast, other guns to pick up, and I have to imagine there is a plethora of other weapons. Because we've got this wheel here with only 2 guns on it. We've seen multiple types of those same 2 guns. Obviously, we'll see other guns in other areas. I gotta tell you, if I ate that much mayonnaise, I probably would not want to go through what she's going through right now. Look at all this meat. And she has to eat it. Oh, she's horking it up. But she's got to keep eating. That's the only way we get through this. And I've got to get that power up. We've got to get that protein shake. Ah, flawless. Flawless victory. That's a teleporter right there. I think we went in that one. We'll check them all just to be sure. Now, she's supposed to be able to work off the weight. Again, where would you ever see a game that would do this? She is. She ate those three little light blue jars. That was gallons of mayonnaise that she just chugged. So, she's put on some weight. She brought out the Hellmans, and thereby she's brought out the best. What can I say? It's got to be Hellmans, doesn't it? My family homemade slaw recipe, it's got to be Hellmann's. No other mayo will do. Oh, Lord. Okay. Enter the hamster. You can build monuments to the creativity here. How wild is this? Get to the end of the stage using the hamster. I wouldn't dream of doing it any other way. Let's go hamstering right now. Oh, goodness. That's not just any hamster. Oh, my. He's a ravenous hamster. Look at this thing. This is Michael Vick's hamster. He ain't playing. Look at the eyes on this thing. And oh my god, the grotesqueness. This is like right out of a Cannibal Corpse album. The uncensored cover. You always did go to Best Buy, like, oh man, I hope the new Cannibal Corpse record's out. And then it would be the censored album. But you'd go across the street to Media Play, and you could get the uncensored cover. I got these things nipping at me. The hamster does not seem to be hurt. He also seems to just be going in a straight line and eating everything. And there's nothing wrong with that. I won't judge the hamster. He's missing some hair in some key areas. And perhaps by getting through all of this, he'll win a trip to the Bosley Medical Institute. Or he can just reverse the whole thing, go for electrolysis, and be a bald hamster. Because maybe where he comes from, that's okay. Mission failed. Alright, so I guess the hamster did have his own life, and that was still my life. So poor hamster. But he fought bravely. What was that? That was amazing. Can we go back and try it again? Of course we cannot. So yeah, that would be the incentive to keep coming back to the level and doing more. And again, that's the definition of roguelike, you know. I think a lot of people still don't get the core meaning of what that is. Like, a game that you know I love very much that we've looked at a few times here on the show, Temple of Apshai Trilogy. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of levels to the temple. But it doesn't mean you won't go in other ones again, because when you do, there could be more random weapon pulls. You may get a better magic sword than you got in the same dungeon last time. Your stats are going to go up. You're going to get more XP. There's reasons. There's replay value. And there's so many games from yesteryear that they have replay value just because they were cool, but not because you need to do anything a different way. Again, i.e. Contra. You beat Contra, you beat Contra. Maybe you beat it a little faster, but it's the same game every time. So there's so much going on here. Let's genetically engineer the crap out of some other stuff here. Because we're up to 43, so we have more SP to customize with. Extra damage buffs. I am not going to turn that down. The purest form. Meat provides 4% more protein. So we got to make sure she's getting more meat. And you pretty much just have to follow this thing. What a creative trail. This ability does an extra 3 damage. It affects the burning bile ability. Ooh, burning bile. That's like after you eat at Applebee's. Okay. Conservative chum. Can we do one more? We can. Look at that. We can do that. Napalm vomit. We gotta come back and get that. Napalm vomit! That's a Cannibal Corpse song if I've ever heard one. Play Napalm Vomit! That's so great. Alright, so we'll exit that for now. Fantastic. Oh my goodness, she's still a biggin', but she's getting eaten on by these things. Change weapons. Get the big gun out. Warubba! Oh, you ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Have a seat. The mission's complete again, although I feel like it's not. Chowing down. A Brock knot. She has birds circling around her. That may or may not be a good thing. I'm guessing is not a good thing. Kill 10 enemies in 30 seconds. Smorgasbord is one where you actually have to eat one of each kind and only one of each kind of enemy. That would be interesting. It would only be tough because you'd have to really keep track. Edible targets. So we haven't eaten any of our edible targets. Maybe we need to get that done. Let's get an ID on those and let's take them out. That's not one of them. No. Again, look at the deets on that. You got the light, then you shoot it out and it's gone. That just looks great. Little things, man. Little things like that really do impress me on a game. Because it suggests a level of perfection. Ooh, that's got a better primary damage, but that's got a 10% buff. And 50% more damage while airborne? Oh, I think I'm going to stick with what we got. Blew them up. Aruba. I don't want to risk it for the damage we'd take to get that. And then I ended up just getting hit anyway. We've got a yellow font going on this. This has got to be some kind of semi-legendary. He's one we've got to eat, right? Yes. Yes, continue. Eat him up. Protein shake. Ooh. Oh, come now. Eat him up. We're not taking that. Alright, we got another modification going on here. Probably going to do this one this time. Do it. Re-roll it. Oh, I didn't get to see what they were. I king buttoned it. Am I poisoned? I think I'm poisoned. 100% increased max ammo and a 5% chance to cause enemies to become rotten. So that's what I'm doing. I got my rot glow going on. Ooh, look, there's a thing of mayonnaise. Because we know mayonnaise is a good thing. Oh my god, I just let that thing blow me away. I should have eaten it. Oh, she's not liking that at all. Oh no, we don't want that. And I think I just took it by accident. Eat him up. We need that lifeblood. And eat that too for what it's worth. Alright, she's feeling a little better now. Despite having thrown up all over the floor and not looking at all like she's feeling better. Alright, so that was that teleporter. Eat them up. We're gonna throw up, but we gotta eat them up. Ooh. Not sure what happened there. My force shield looks different now. Yeah, to be fair, we really don't need another level if we haven't seen all of this one yet, so onward we push. More mayonnaise, more blood, more guts. More turds, more butts. Let's go. More XP, perhaps more weapon mods. I didn't mean to kill him. We will eat him. Okay, when you eat those with the purple writing, you get a chance to mod the weapons again. So let's mod this one. Okay, now we got, okay. Add a random mod. It costs a lot to add a specific. But let's do that, because we haven't got to do that yet. 10% chance to burn a target, okay. So atomic hot sauce is even worse. There's a lot of different things. 20%, 30%. There is no ending to the options here. This modifier is not compatible. Critters create a corrosive cloud of gas around them. Well, I'm interested in, I hate to say it, one of the first ones we looked at, so we're going back. We want to burn them with some atomic hot sauce, don't we? A VIP area atomic hot sauce assault rifle. Craft it. So let it be written. So let it be done. Okay, and now we'll do this one. And apparently we can't do any of these because we don't have enough nutrients. Okay, so it's the nutrients we need. And she's throwing up everywhere. Surely there's some nutrients in my throw up. That's what it should say on the back of the box of this game. Surely there's some nutrients in my throw up. I did not even realize there was not a ground there. Now I know, and knowing's half the battle. In we go. In the inventory screen, you can change your bandana. You know, I've never done that. Do we even have one to change? No, we don't. We just have the default bandana. Eat one and only one of each type of enemy. All right. Why didn't I get to eat him? I'll eat you. No nutrients still. I didn't think we would have, but you got to take the opportunity where you see it. Or maybe you don't. Maybe you wait. There's a lot of stuff going on up there. She doesn't seem to want to grip that wall. So can I see how many? We've had 10 of him, none of the one with no shirt on, and 3 of the other one. Double J Jason Joseph is in the house and is in time to see us playing some Bite the Bullet, courtesy of our friends at Mega Cat Studios. Technically, I feel like we didn't eat that kind of enemy yet because it was a different color. I may have maybe had a turn on that, but mission failed. Well, I had no doubt. It must have been because we ate that one. But yeah, you want to go through these things and finish those missions, and that probably unlocks other things. So I mean, it's really neat when you think about it that way. Gives you something to work for. Oh my gosh, he's just out of it. Get him. And we came through there already. Are we at the end of our road here? We may be. Return to HQ. I feel like we did some other things there. We got no more SP. So we have nothing to do on the skill tree screen. We raced a hamster, which wasn't the worst thing I've done in my life. We had a lot more target eating we had to do. Reminds me of Alien. It does have some of those overtones, because that was a lot of platforming, a lot of shooting, and a lot of gore, a lot of guts. Another good comparison. That was a great game, too. What a great job they did on that. We had a blast with that game. Yeah, we've still just got the first level there, so we're apparently not getting done what we need to get done in that level. And I would imagine if we were able to win the challenge with the hamster, win the eating challenge and, you know, some of that other stuff, maybe we would move on. But all in all, I gotta say, I like what I've seen here. We've had a good first run of this, and this won't be the last time that we look at this game on the show. So there will be more to check out as far as what more depth it has to offer. But you know, I want to know what you think about this. So any of you watching the recap after the fact, leave me something in the comment section of this video, and let me know what you think about everything that you saw here tonight. Because this is some interesting stuff, and it's going to be a game that's going to be available to you very soon. Lightsaber Samurai has joined us. Welcome, Samurai. Glad to have you on TNL. We're just wrapping up here, but again, yeah, this was a really neat game to look at, and honestly exceeded my expectations. And I want to thank everybody at Mega Cat Studios for giving us the opportunity to take a look at this game, again slated for a third quarter release this year on, at the very least, Steam and Xbox One. I hope we'll be seeing it on Switch and PS4 as well. This is something that I think everybody, at least that watches this show on the reg, would definitely be keen to take a whack at. Again, this won't be the last time we take a look at it. We'll play a little bit further. We'll get some of the challenges done. We'll see some more levels. We'll see some more looting, and who knows what kind of development we can see from our character. We can already see how vast these skill trees are, and in that vastness, in that depth, lies your replay value. So that's what you get for your money right there. Well, fantastic stuff. I want to thank everybody that stopped by tonight. If you haven't already done so, please drop a like on this video so other people can see the video. And make sure that you subscribe to the Emceemur Show. If you haven't already done so, great to have each and every one of you as part of Mur-Nation. Signing off for this fantastic edition of TNL, and I will see each and every one of you on the next one.